If you've only recently joined the Woods Empire, you might not have yet realized that we have a major man crush for the badass Shadow Minister of Finance, Pierre Poilievre.
The man, the myth, the legend, Pierre Poilievre, best explained by the gem himself, Pierre Poilievre. Let's ask this beautiful specimen, Pierre Poilievre. We love him because he constantly calls out liberal BS any chance he gets. For example, in a recent interaction with the Liberal Minister of Finance, Bill Morneau, Poilievre does what he does best, exposes liberal arrogance.
China is going to spend over $8 billion on its civil and military space program, a luxury by anyone's imagination. You consider the country so poor that it needs $250 million Canadian tax dollars, Minister. Can you understand when Canadians look at you giving their money away to this China-controlled bank and see that that country is maxing out its military and space programs, that your priorities are completely out of whack?
I think it would be important for Canadians to understand that we see it as important to work with development banks. We do that alongside like-minded countries. In the case of this particular bank, which is independent of any government, we've made investments.
Right. It's China controlled.
So we will maintain that even in the face of uneducated criticism on that approach.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Minister. Mr. Poilievre, last question.
That is the kind of elitism we have come to expect from you, Minister. You think that Canadians who are worried about the protection of their tax dollars are just uneducated, that maybe they didn't inherit mass family fortunes allowing them to go to fancy schools.
Not only does he call out the arrogance of the trust fund twins, Justin Trudeau and Bill Morneau, but he also exposes the hypocrisy of the Minister for the Environment, Catherine McKenna. In the next clip, Poilievre calls out the Liberals for giving a 90% carbon tax refund to their billionaire Liberal donors.
Member for Carleton.
Once again, the minister failed to answer the question. Her government has released a document showing that there will be up to a 90% exemption for large industrial polluters from the carbon tax. So those that pollute the most will get the lowest cost on their tax bills, while single mothers and seniors who have no choice but to heat their homes and drive to work will pay tax on 100% of their emissions. Why?
The Minister of Environment.
Mr. Speaker, I think the question is, will the party opposite release a plan with a price on pollution? We have a plan. Our plan is working. It's growing the economy. We've created more than 600,000 jobs with Canadians.
Order. We heard the question. We need to hear the answer as well. Whether members like the answer or not, it has to be heard. The honourable member for Calgary Signal Hill will come to order. Order. Honourable Minister of Environment has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Canadians expect us to have a plan to protect the environment, to tackle climate change, to grow the economy. We have that plan.
What is going down is the burden on the large industrial polluters. They are getting off because they can afford powerful lobbyists that influence this government. Now, people living below the poverty line, single mothers, seniors on a fixed income, they cannot afford to send powerful lobbyists and consultants to Ottawa. They can't afford to donate to Liberal coffers. But, Mr. Speaker, they have important costs that they have to make. Why is this government giving an exemption to the politically well-connected and putting the burden on working-class Canadians?
To see more clips of Pierre being a badass, go check out my other videos. And again, thanks a lot guys for watching.